Well, everybody, we've received a threatening letter, and I wonder who it's from. Students for Life of America has sent Abolitionist Rising a cease and desist defamatory behavior and unauthorized usage of SFLA content. And so today, unlike most of our videos, we are going to be talking through this letter, and I am joined by the three editors, the guys who produce the content that all of you know and love. We've got Nathan Weiser, Sam Riley, and Carson Davis, and we are the folks that usually bring you content of, street activism. But today we are going to be dealing specifically with Students for Life of America. Now, you've probably seen their logo, and many of you have watched their content, and you probably appreciate it. After all, they're fighting abortion. They do lots of things similar to us. They go into college campuses. The idea is to engage students and stand up for life.
Aren't they supposed to be on your side, on our side, right?
Yes, they should be on our side, and we should be on their side, and most of you would want us to work together.
Yep.
So as we start this out, and we are going to go through this letter in its entirety, just want everyone to understand, and for you all to know that our heart is that we would be unified with SFLA. We're not making this video because we don't want to work with them. We're making this video precisely because that's our aim. We want to be unified, but not just unified in unity. We want to be unified in the truth. And right now, we are not.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have written us a cease and desist letter, and we're just going to go through it, and we'll stop as we go and comment where we need to. But it begins like this. We write to you on behalf of Students for Life of America, SFLA, and Kristen Hawkins regarding defamatory videos presenting false information on your platform. We are demanding that you cease your disparaging actions and the presentation of SFLA's content and material as your own.
That's kind of crazy. I never even realized this when reading through this earlier. They're acting like we're posting their videos or something. But the video that spurred this was us filming an interaction that we had where we just went to her event and we could ask questions. And so, we have never done that thing. A lot of people do that. A lot of people still actually that's what's happening to us increasingly. People just take our videos and put them up from their own channel, and most of the time we're like, yeah, the message goes forward. It's okay. But actually, I don't know if that's okay. But we have never, ever, ever, ever posted any of SFLA's content and material as our own. So just from the beginning, this letter is just wildly false. But let me go back to it because we're going to move on through it. But there are a couple of words that are being used here, and I think they're important to break down. The first one is the charge is that we are putting up defamatory videos. Just in case, Carson, if you could bring up the definition of defamatory so people know what we are being accused of. That is making videos that are injurious to someone's name or reputation. So the idea is that we are putting up videos that injure SFLA's good name and platform. The other thing that they claim there is that it is false, and then they're demanding that we cease our disparaging actions. So what does it mean to disparage somebody? Do we have that one as well?
Was that disparaging?
Oh, yeah. It's on the screen. Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Tending to belittle.
To belittle or bring reproach upon.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah, you were ahead of me. I looked up and I was like, well, he's so fast, I don't even know. But so we've got a series of D's throughout this letter, but, disparaging, defamatory video. Now, we have only, how many videos have we put up on our channel? What's our video count?
1,800 something.
We have 1,800 videos. How many videos have anything to do with SFLA?
Something like 4.
I think 2 basically directly about Hawkins or SFLA. You've got the ones with the panel of abolitionist ladies that we had, and
Right,
then the recent
right.
one that we did. The other ones were just debates with Students for Life people, and it's just like, what's
Yeah.
your view on this type thing?
Yeah, we run into Students for Life people out there on college campuses pretty frequently, actually. You know, kudos to them. They've got Students for Life chapters all over the place. And we will run into the students, and most of the time the students like love us and they're like really happy, and they, you know, it's a whole other thing. We will put up a video with some of that footage probably in next week. But the specific 2 videos you're talking about, and we'll link them here. One video where Kristen Hawkins had gone on X, I believe, and made a claim that the abolitionist movement was generally just a bunch of angry, mean men. Mm-hmm. And so 5 female abolitionists associated with us, kind of led by Rachel Berkey, who is on staff here at Abolitionist Rising, got together and basically say, hey, listen, we're abolitionists, we're women.
Yeah, we're angry women.
yeah, it's not all a bunch of angry women. I mean, men, it's a bunch of angry women too. Yeah. But and they weren't angry, and so they put that video out. And then, but the other one, which induced this letter, was us. By way, I mean Rachel and Nathan had gone to a Students for Life of America lecture on a college campus, sat there peacefully listening to the presentation, and then simply asked questions during the Q&A and got some pretty wild, unbiblical, certainly anti-abolitionist answers.
I'd say angry responses too.
Yes, that's true. Angry, unbiblical answers to very calm, collected, peaceful abolitionists. Yeah. And as different abolitionists came to the podium and asked questions, she was like, another one. Yeah. Like stuff like that. So she
very
was like,
catty.
Yeah, catty, angry, kind of bitter from the beginning. And like, I'm going to be totally honest. Like, there's a certain point where I'm thinking eventually some of these pro-life leaders are going to change their minds and start singing a different song. And we have to be ready for that. And so I had no idea. Maybe we go to this lecture and Kristen Hawkins stands up and says good things. Had she done that, we wouldn't have had anything to post. And we only posted it because Nathan, who was there, why did we post it? What was it? You've just filmed it, brought it back.
Yeah, I mean, just because her answers were so wild. And then Rachel was very calm and her demeanor was great. And she had that crazy thing where she didn't understand Exodus 21 and all this stuff. And all we were trying to do was Kristen, yeah. Yep. All we were trying to do was just show people this is how she responds to these arguments that she's never had to deal with in person because she's always online, you know, giving these screeds about how abolitionists are terrible. And so then an abolitionist shows up and is like, hey, what do you think about this? You know, let's just confront you a little bit, which is what this event is. Yeah. They want pro-aborts to come and ask hostile questions.
Yeah, and they want people to debate.
Right. And so we go and do that, and we just show people what her answers are because we know that she's not going to show her people her answers.
Now, there was an earlier instance, and actually I should also mention, this is one, she does the thing where it's like her topic and then change my mind.
Right.
Like, she's like, they want students to come. But there was an earlier event where an abolitionist went to an SFLA presentation. Was it Kristen Hawkins or was it?
Yeah, it was Kristen Hawkins. It was Jeremiah Hubbard.
Yep. And SFLA actually put up video footage of the abolitionist asking a question, right? Mm-hmm. And her answer, but they did cut it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to actively work to kill that bill, make it not pass?
Yes.
That's wrong. That's sin. That's letting your pride kill human children.
Right. And so I think that's what led to us saying, okay, hey, if we go to a Students for Life event, we better film it because SFLA will actually cut the footage to their
certain way.
And when we're out on the street, we're totally okay with people filming us and posting everything from it because we have nothing to hide.
Yeah. I want to be filmed. In fact, like, I think you should live by the rule that if you don't think you want anyone, like if you think that you wouldn't want it being filmed, don't say it.
Right.
Like always live as if you're being filmed. and just speak the truth in love only, always, everywhere. It's just a way to protect you. But yeah, it's kind of like we know that some people want to control their events and what gets filmed and what not, but we invite people to our events and want them to film it and put it up and everything. But what we did was we put up, the video showing the questions that Nathan and Rachel asked and Kristen's answers.
My question is this.
You don't have the votes to pass your own shit.
Along with my responses, watching those answers. And that video is for, 80,000 people watched it on our channel. That's what led to this letter. But we didn't just put up our cut of it. We put up the entire uncut video, put up the entire thing. We linked it, and you can go watch that. So here's what happened. We showed on YouTube what Kristen Hawkins actually believes. And that was damaging to SFLA. Not our edit, not our manipulation, our actual presentation of what they would not put up themselves.
You can't defame someone who defames themselves.
That's right. That's right. That's very true. So that's what happened. That's what led. So they're writing to us to tell us that they're demanding that we cease our disparaging actions. Just so you know where this is going, we did get this letter, thought about it for a day, and then sent them a response. No. If you've seen our videos where like some angry, student administrator or, flashlight cop comes and tells us to move, no. So the same type thing. So that's what led to it. The letter continues after demanding that we cease our disparaging actions, which I guess we're continuing. We're continuing to try to talk about these things publicly. They write, on or about November 11th, 2025, representatives of your organization attended a speaking event of Hawkins and SFLA at the University of Central Oklahoma. Facts.
It's true.
Early on, the audience was informed that university rules barred filming of the event. I don't really know about that. Yeah. I will say I did not go to this event because I know that they would recognize me at the door, and I didn't want to create like there were a number of abolitionists who wanted to go to this event, and I have heard from SFLA student leaders that they will actually have people with clipboards with like pictures of people to not let in, and it's not like pro-aborts. It's like they want pro-aborts to come in. They want pro-aborts to ask the questions and they want to answer them. They don't want abolitionists. And so I heard about that, and I was like, listen, people want to go to this lecture. I don't want to mess it up for them. So I'm not going to go. I'll just watch it later. But anyway, so the claim here in this cease and desist letter is that we were asked not to film.
Yeah. There's two important points here, though, because they're trying to claim that it's the university that's doing it. Then if that's the case, then it would be the university of lawyers that we're hearing from, not SFLAs.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then the other thing is that she was the one, she filmed it. She filmed the entire thing.
And posted it publicly.
We didn't post it publicly, yeah.
Yeah, right. So she gets up and she's basically saying, we would like to control the narrative and the footage that comes out from this thing.
Yeah.
We're going to do that because that's how we roll. We don't want y'all to do that. But you know what, Kristen? You're not in control of everybody's cell phones.
Right.
and that wasn't the university's policy. So lie number 2, right? So the audience was informed that university rules barred filming of the event, which is crazy because SFLA filmed the event.
Yeah.
Against the university's rules. I mean, the lawyer who wrote this should be fired. So despite
defamation.
The clear rule, no, that was not defamation. Yes, he defamed himself or she, whatever. Despite the clear rule, you clandestinely, I like the word clandestinely, you clandestinely filmed the event, later uploading a recording of the same to your YouTube channel, among other locations. Along with this, you recorded commentary over the recording as part of the uploaded content to your channel.
Scandalous.
Yeah. I don't know if SFLA has seen this, but frequently on social media, you show things and respond to them. We don't make a habit of that, because we're nobodies, but my goodness, yes. Is Students for Life of America telling us that it's wrong that we recorded ourselves?
It would be fair use, and it was our own video.
Yeah.
So it's fair use of our own video.
Yeah. We filmed a public lecture at a public university, and then commented on it. Facts.
Yep.
Along with this, that's the claim that we're misusing footage. It's there. She immediately after we denied this posts a video that clips our video. So she reposted our content.
That's right.
That's true.
So she goes on. After we sent them, I think the day after or the day of, once we finally sent them a answer, we said, no, we're not going to. What are you talking about? You can't. Sorry, Kristen, you're not actually running our channel. We said no, and then Kristen Hawkins found somebody, Jojo Rabbit or somebody. What was that? What somebody?
Joe Ruba.
Yeah,
He's the founder of the Canadian Center for Bioethical Reform.
Yeah. So this Jojo guy,
Yeah.
Jojo and Kristen.
He hasn't seen the video. He's not saying that as a kind of insult.
He just doesn't know his name.
Yeah. Anyway, so she shows in her video footage from our channel that she cuts and comments on.
Yeah. Which is allowed, by the way.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
But she's doing what she's complaining that we're doing, but we didn't do.
Yeah. I would like to formally say that she should cease and desist the hypocrisy.
Yes.
Nice.
Do what you're doing because it is, after all, your right.
Yeah.
But stop saying that we shouldn't do what you're doing when you're doing it, and we're not.
Right.
Diagram it. All right, so this was not only a violation of university policies, not true, and procedures, but constitutes a misuse of SFLA's intellectual property and ultimately a knowing distortion of Hawkins' speech and the content of the same. Now, again, we didn't distort it, clip it, anything, and it isn't their intellectual property.
Yep.
Me commenting on a public Q&A is not their content.
Yeah. It's like if you went to a concert or something and you took a selfie with the band singer and he was like, "Oh, that's intellectual. That's my intellectual property.
Yeah.
You can't post that."
Yeah, and it's just like, well, I went to your concert and I said it rocked and you got mad about it or whatever.
Yeah.
The problem is we didn't say it rocked. We said, it's like she's never read the Bible.
Yep.
And then when people saw that, I'm sure it affected her bottom line. In fact, we have seen that comment from time to time. I used to give to Students for Life of America, but after watching your channel and coming to understand that they actually don't believe the things that I thought they believed, I'm no longer supporting them, but supporting y'all. Mm-hmm. So that's where this really, I think where the rubber meets the road. But they say that the crux of the issue is here. It says, that constitutes the crux of this cease and desist letter. So the crux of the cease and desist letter is that we're misusing their intellectual property when we haven't. You have intentionally deceived the public with your commentary and have otherwise defamed Hawkins and SFLA and are using SFLA's material and property without permission for your own pecuniary gain. And fancy word, pecuniary, financial. They are saying that the reason we are showing clips of them answering questions poorly is for our own financial gain. I don't know if you know off the top of your head, but how much money did we make off of that video?
Yeah, maybe
I
a
don't
few
know.
hundred. I don't know.
Few hundred. Wow. We're rolling in it.
Yeah.
So we're doing this for our own finance. So before moving on, there's a concept. You see it in all of our videos, and it's good that you would familiarize with this idea. Projection. Mm-hmm. Literally, what they are concerned about and what they are doing, they are projecting on us. We haven't done any of the things that they are saying we've done. And we're not doing it for the reasons that they're saying that we are doing it.
Yeah. And just to put a fine point on that, they say it's their material and property. Again, no use of any of their material or any of their property. Somebody talking and being recorded does not mean that that's their property. Otherwise, every video we've ever recorded on the street of Russell talking to some pro-abort is their property.
Yeah.
But that's not how anything works.
Right. And again, watch the video. Like Kristen Hawkins, she defames herself.
Yeah. Ironically, we've never gotten a cease and desist from any pro-aborts.
No. Well, back in the day, I got one cease and desist letter from the Human Rights Coalition.
Oh, okay.
So technically, we have now received cease and desist letters from a large pro-choice organization and pro-life organization for the same exact thing, telling the truth about them. Before we go on, this question, so far, they've not shown or provided any evidence of us actually defaming their character. And we would say all we did was, show the world what they said and our comment on it. But I will also go further and say that we have never defamed Students for Life of America in any of our tweets, any of our posts, in any of our other content. All we've ever done is said Students for Life of America, as part of the pro-life establishment, disagrees with abolitionists on a number of issues. And here's what we'd like to do. Talk about them. On the other hand, Kristen Hawkins has actually defamed us. So more projection. Carson, if you would bring up evidence piece number 1, Kristen Hawkins talking about abolitionist on her X profile. She says, when she's talking about getting shot, so this is following, attacks on conservative or Christian leaders or whatever, Kristen Hawkins says that she's not really fearful of getting shot by leftists, but she's fearful most of the time, not by the leftist, because they don't even know how to use guns, but abolitionists. Think about that.
Think about that. As if it's a point at all. It's like, I'm afraid of this thing, therefore, think about that.
Think about it. Now,
I can't
control the things you're afraid of, Kristen. It doesn't...
Yeah. You shouldn't be scared of that. Abolitionists would lay down their lives for Kristen Hawkins if she was under the assault of anyone.
Right.
In a much longer comment, she said, I have it here. What did she? She went quite into it. It says, once again, let me state for the record, if I'm shot, it will be from one of those crazy people who called me wicked evil and that I must repent from being Catholic. What?
Yeah.
Like no part of our video had anything to do with the fact that she's being Catholic. Now she's just trying to she knows that a lot of her followers are Catholic. She's Catholic. She knows that a lot or all abolitionists or whatever leaders are evangelical Bible believers of whatever kind. But she's bringing that in. She wants to basically make everyone think that we're trying to shoot her because she's Catholic. And then she says, just over a week ago in Oklahoma, that's where we are based. Yeah. It took maybe 3 minutes for one of these folks to completely lose their mind when debating me. So what she's doing here is, and that person wasn't carrying a gun or threatening to shoot her.
Right. She was just matching the energy that Kristen Hawkins was at.
Do you believe that every woman who has an abortion should be tried for crimes of capital punishment and be put to death?
Yes.
Okay, sit down. I don't have anything else to say to you. Sit down. Sit down.
So you don't. Okay.
Sit down.
So you don't like different ideas.
Sit down.
Yeah, you don't like different ideas, and you're telling me to sit down when you don't like my idea that's different than yours. I mean, because of your attitude.
No, I don't need anything else from you.
1.4 million babies have been murdered in 2024.
This is why I said when I get shot, it's going to be from one of these people.
And she wasn't even she wasn't mad yelling. She was in the middle of talking to Kristen, and Kristen's just done talking to abolitionists. So she decides, you know what? No, just sit down. She just tells her to sit down.
Yeah, and of course she didn't even bring up the Catholicism thing, because she did the same thing with me, where she's just like, well, am I going to go to hell because I'm a Catholic?
Yeah. So the abolitionist female that was in the at the event did get loud, appropriately loud, maybe you would say, but What Kristen Hawkins is doing here is manipulating and twisting the narrative and putting it out for the purpose of doing what? Defaming the abolitionist movement.
Right.
She wants all of her hearers, all the people who read her material, to hear that if she gets shot, and understand, this is a claim. She's saying that if you ever see that she is shot, murdered, or just shot, you need to be thinking it's abolitionist.
Yeah.
That's hardcore defamation.
And I honestly would tell you, not just aside from the fact that abolitionists are Christians and abolitionists love their neighbors as themselves and they love Christian as themselves. Aside from all that, I can't think of anyone with any possible motivation in the abolitionist movement to want to shoot or kill Kristen, because the things she says actually turns people away from the pro-life movement and to the abolitionist movement.
Yeah.
Because
she's converting more people to the cause than I am.
Yes. Maybe.
The question of whether or not there's been defamation of character in pursuit of twisting a narrative to ruin someone's reputation, this is full-blown it. Like, this is the best evidence of defamation I've seen in a long time, and that's Kristen Hawkins against us.
Right.
All we did was show Kristen Hawkins answers to questions and then comment on them. And so for all of you in the comments that are like, why don't you guys all just work together? We are trying. We're trying to get unified in the truth.
Right.
So let's continue with the letter just because we want to get through the whole thing
They
here.
start glazing themselves pretty hard here.
Yeah. So I think the whole thing is projection. Like they are defaming us, disparaging us, attacking us on the regular and in pretty easy to see egregious ways. So they're projecting that, and then they're going to get into like what I think is their motive. So it says SFLA is a national pro-life group that aims to recruit, train, and mobilize the pro-life generation, capitalize, to abolish abortion, lowercase, through peaceful, lawful means. That's okay. I just think that's funny.
Yeah.
SFLA has grown to become one of the leading pro-life advocacy organizations in the world, driving the narrative for the entire movement and leading by example. Okay. Our reach and successes are recognized movement-wide. The organization is well respected for its education on protecting the preborn and their mothers. Hawkins serves as president of SFLA and has been a leading voice for the preborn for decades. So I don't know if this is just like a paragraph from like their fundraiser campaign or whatever.
They just copy pasted.
Just like just moved it in there. Like, we are awesome. It's like those people that like make, podcasts where like they're just talking about how great they are and how much good stuff they do and like you should fund them and all. It's like just in the middle of this and you're just like, oh, well, thank you.
Thank you for telling me that.
Wow.
By the way, sign up to become a monthly donor. To
Oh, yes.
Right.
Down below, there's a link below.
Yes. Because we are not known movement-wide.
I do see something interesting in here is that they say SFLA leads the pro-life movement by example. And I think a lot of pro-lifers would like to say that Students for Life are not, a good paragon of the pro-life movement, but they think they are.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Kind of an aside, but...
Yeah, SFLA actually does kind of, I would say, they are sort of one of the leading voices of the pro-life paradigm.
Yep.
And so where the friction comes in, and we'll talk more about this in the future video, but where the friction comes in right now, currently, between pro-lifers and abolitionists, is abolitionists believe that abortion is murder and should be criminalized as murder. And so anyone who makes the malice aforethought decision to terminate another innocent human being should be, breaking a law. That should be illegal. They should be told, if you do that, you are committing homicide and you will, suffer the consequences. Abolitionists believe that to be true. Pro-lifers, the pro-life movement, the pro-life establishment, regardless of whether you understand this or not, disagrees with that.
Yeah.
And they say, as a movement collectively, that they do not believe that any mother should ever suffer any sort of legal punishment for the crime of abortion. And SFLA is, I actually have it right here. SFLA is actually, I do think, probably one of the loudest and proudest proponents of that view. Very recently, they actually were at the TPUSA event following the slaying of Charlie Kirk, passing out a flyer, and it's got like a pro-life advocate, and it says no woman should be jailed on the sign, because they're telling people out there is that abolitionists are a bunch of bloodthirsty men who like hate women and just want to punish women and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. I hope you understand from watching our channel that that's not our heart. That's not our approach. We just desire justice.
Right.
We run into people that just don't believe us. That they think, like, if this weren't true, we would be misrepresenting the pro-life movement. But you can Google open letter from the pro-life movement on criminalizing abortion, and you can read a 2-page document where they lay out in no uncertain terms that the pro-life movement, 72 pro-life organizations signed this letter, speaking for tens of millions of pro-life Americans, does not believe that any mother who chooses to murder a child by abortion should be punished. And so SFLA, didn't write that letter, but with the pro-life movement leaders, as they say, is out and about on college campuses, at events, passing out this flyer, and on it says exactly like it. And this is important for the case here about defamation. It says exactly what we say they believe. We say that the pro-life movement, that no pro-life organization works to criminalize abortion as murder. If you look at the pro-life movement's own documents, that letter and this handout, no pro-life organization works to punish women for being victimized by the abortion industry.
I mean, you can just look at what Kristen says herself too. Like the way that she differentiates, because she calls us pro-life. We're a fringe sect of the pro-life movement.
Yeah.
If you look at what she says about us, how she categorizes us, she calls us pro-prosecutionists because she doesn't want to give us the term abolitionist.
Right.
So the way she differentiates herself from us is we're the pro-prosecutionists, which, implies she's not a prosecutionist.
Yeah. So whenever we say she doesn't believe that any mother should ever, like that there should never be a law passed prohibiting abortion as murder, we're just telling the truth.
Yeah.
That she says herself.
Right. Well, and there's
not defamation.
There's kind of two faces to Kristen though, because that's that's all the public rhetoric and that's all the teaching and that's all the stuff. And then she'll say, kind of in, less seen quarters of the internet, she'll say stuff like, yeah, I mean, eventually there'll have to be a law.
Right.
But it's all like this wanting to play feminist thing and wanting to, not be seen as hating on women. And it's just a complete absurdity because she is forced to basically think women are too stupid or just not human.
Yeah.
To be able to be held accountable for murdering their child.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're struggling with this at all, understand that we are saying that the law should say, anyone who murders a preborn human in the womb will be treated exactly the same as someone who murders a person on the outside of the womb. And the reason we say this is because, one, we believe in justice. We believe in consistency. One of the things that people love about our channel is that we just believe what we believe, and it's consistent. It's biblical. It's logical. It's true, right? And also we believe that this is a great way to honor God because his law is actually, that's what you're supposed to do with murder. You're supposed to punish murderers. The Bible is exceedingly clear on what you do with child sacrifice. Yeah. But then the other thing is that we want to actually love these children the way we are loved ourselves. We want to apply the golden rules. You can't murder me. And the reason I don't get murdered on the streets is because people fear what would be done to them if they did it. If there was no law in place protecting, people like you or I from being murdered, you might not make it through the end of the week. I wouldn't make it through the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I get you right now.
Yeah, I mean, my coworkers would kill me. but the third one, and so like they try to claim, that they're helping the women. Well, actually, please understand, we're trying to help these mothers as well, Because a mother who murders her child by abortion does end up living with that regret. She's committed the sin of child sacrifice, and it affects her gravely spiritually. It just destroys her emotionally, psychologically. And we are trying to help her by putting the law in place that would be a tutor to her, telling her, thou shalt not murder, and also hopefully put the fear of God in her so that she didn't do it. And this would protect her. Ironically, Students for Life of America has actually, if it doesn't come from an abolitionist, put this very kind of argument on their own channel.
Right.
Check out this quick short from Students for Life of America, which we agree with and share in almost total agreement.
So how did I deserve to die for the crime of the man who raped my mother?
How did you deserve to die? You're right there. I'm confused.
That's because the law protected me. I was born exactly 3.5 years to the date of Roe v. Wade. My birth mother went to 2 illegal abortions, and I was almost killed, but she backed out because of the law and fear for her own safety. She told me if it had been legal, she absolutely would have aborted me. And 6 years later, she changed her mind about abortion, like many women do. But I literally owe my birth to the law, which protected me.
Notice that what she said here was that my mother didn't abort me because the law kept her from doing that. Like, the penalties that existed at the time that my mother was pregnant with me prohibited her from aborting me. And
Praise
she's
God.
acting like those laws are really good and all that stuff. And then Students for Life posts that video with like seemingly zero sense of self-awareness that
Yeah.
they're actively fighting that law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want that woman, that mother in that scenario, to not have the law keeping them from
Yeah.
murdering their child. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Excellent point. All we're doing.
Now they're going to say we're stealing their content again.
I know.
yeah.
See, I was
Yeah.
being clever. I purposely did that because actually we posted some of their content and then commented on it in agreement with it and just tried to point out that's all we're saying.
Yep.
But while that is our actual position and anyone who actually listened to us would know that is our position, Students for Life of America nonetheless tells people incessantly that we are a bunch of bloodthirsty men, which is completely different from what we actually believe, say, and do. Just recently, she talked about one of her friends who used to share the stage with her and work along with her, who's coming around to the ideas of abolition, adopting views that he formerly was just like Kristen Hawkins. And you know, we could do a whole show, you know, litigating and going through all that stuff with him. But, you know, praise God, we're going to see pro-life advocates become advocates of justice. And the moment that they start supporting this idea that abortion should be treated as murder, boom, Kristen Hawkins defames him, says he's no longer a friend, and that now he's, you know, started adopting these views, which she rejects because she's not bloodthirsty enough.
Yep.
So this constant claim that the reason that we desire justice to be established for our preborn neighbors is because we're bloodthirsty, not because we love God, not because we love justice, not because we love the mothers and would want to hold them back from the slaughter and rescue those that they're taken away to death.
Yeah, she's really saying that God is bloodthirsty because this is the standards of what God has said we need to do.
Yeah. We only hold these views because that's what the Word of God says we ought to hold. Like, it's like our hearts and our minds have been rewired by reading the Word of God and walking in accordance with His Spirit. And, you know, as the Word of God says, I believe, where does it say it? It's like Proverbs 18:15 or something. It's just, it's Proverbs 28:5.
Pull that up, Carson.
Yeah, so if you can pull it up, Proverbs 28:5, it says, evil people don't understand justice, but those who follow the Lord understand it completely. Mm-hmm. So it's just this idea that we we know that the Lord loves justice. He's commanded us to do justice and to love mercy, to establish justice for the fatherless. You could fill up the screen with scripture references. It's just that desire to walk in that truth, which actually divides the pro-life and abolitionist movements. And whenever we start simply saying what God says, they don't understand it. And they begin to accuse us of being evil. And whenever Kristen Hawkins, the pro-life movement, anyone who says, no, there shouldn't be any punishment, that's cruel and that's unjust and that's evil, we oppose you, they are undermining their claim that they believe that life begins at conception and that they're fully human and deserving of equal rights. The issue is we are pointing this out, and hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, are hearing what we're saying, converting, walking in the truth, and this is costing Students for Life of America. Now, we should continue with their letter. So, Abolitionist Rising presented SFLA's position and actions in a knowingly and intentionally deceptive manner. False. We put up the entire video of everything they said.
Yeah.
Exactly how they said it.
Yeah. She's acting like we changed the words that she said.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
Wild. Abolitionist Rising has written, edited, and published the commentary on the video.
Oh, we didn't write any of that.
Yeah. You think we write? No, it just comes right out the old noodle.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so we edited and published the commentary. The crazy thing is we're allowed to publish our own commentary, you wackaloons, on the video, and further circulated it on various social media sites. Yes, we have social media sites, and we publish our commentary on it.
Yeah, follow us on all the sites. We got TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead and
Twitter,
like us here,
Instagram,
and here,
Facebook.
and here, and here. These falsehoods in the video amount to actual malice. One, if there were any falsehood.
Yeah.
But I challenge you, SFLA, show me where the falsehood is. I say that you believe the things that you believe and that you are wrong and that you should change your mind and join us and we should be unified. That's what I say. Show me where that's wrong.
Yeah.
Which the Supreme Court has defined as, quote, with knowledge that it was false or with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not.
Yeah, I mean, we have no knowledge of anything that we've said about them that was false or of posting videos of them saying what they are saying and it being false.
All right, so the letter continues. Additionally, it amounts to defamation per se, such that damages need not be proven. So what they mean there is this is so clearly defamation that they don't even have to prove that there's been damage to their reputation or to their finances or something like that. So
that's convenient.
Yeah.
This is so obviously true that we don't need to prove it.
Yeah. Well, you haven't proven anything. In fact, everything you said has been false. But there is no actual evidence or content in this letter whatsoever. Just, if you're looking for it, there's just a bunch of defamation. So you have presented SFLA's activities and position in a knowingly and intentionally deceptive manner. No, if SFLA does not believe the things that we say they believe, then we don't disagree with them.
Yeah.
If they don't believe the things that Kristen Hawkins says she believes, and she has been very, very clear, the way their own handouts make clear that women should not even be jailed for breaking a law against abortion.
This next line's the kicker right here.
The whether for political advantage or to gain traffic from the utilization of SFLA's good name in the pro-life movement, there is no justification for the false statements and usage of the impermissible recording of SFLA's speaking event. Why do you love that one so much there, Sam?
Because, I mean, like, any video that we're going to put up of SFLA is not going to be, like, our best viewed video by a long shot. But also, we outdo SFLA on views just monumentally. It's not
Yeah.
even close. It's so
Yeah.
much more views than they get.
Yeah.
And they're like a $13 million a year organization,
Yeah.
and we're like a whatever $500,000 tiny
I actually-
Oh, we
video
got that much?
organization.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just
I
like
wrote it down.
struggling. We're just struggling for like reach and engagement and all that stuff. And like we just have to claw up and grab Kristen
Yeah,
Hawkins.
the only time we're yeah.
You know, she's just a lifeline. You know, we'd never be able to survive without
I
her.
mean,
I'm just laughing at Carson like bringing himself in and then bringing himself out.
yeah. Carson, would you like to chime in on this?
Thank you, Russell. Yes,
Co-editor in this operation.
I wrote it down when this happened, like when all this went down. On the SFLA official YouTube channel, they had 178 million views, and at the time, only on YouTube we had 428 million. So
Yeah.
like, I can't do quick math, but like 3 times
Yeah,
as many
yeah.
views as them.
Yeah, and at this time, we just broke 1 billion views.
Across all
Across all
platforms.
Yeah, and so SFLA they've been around for a whole decade longer than Abolitionist Rising, and we have quadrupled their views, and I think they know it.
Yeah, in a way, right now it's just punching down. But the only reason we do it is because
Yeah.
it's actually instructive for the ideas to spread. It's
Yeah.
like you've got these people that are promoting an idea, and we're promoting a different idea.
Yeah.
And we're going to have them interact, right?
Yeah.
But it's not anywhere close to being like, oh, yeah, we're going to use them for some views. That's
Yeah.
just so absurd.
Now, and we wouldn't have actually even made this video had they not sent us this letter. And we read the letter and we noticed that we are running into more and more people who thank us for like opening their mind to the ideology of abolitionism. And it's turned out that, as we said earlier in this video, it's been a good foil for us. Students for Life, and the way that they say one thing and then we say another thing, those two things can be put before the mind of a student or anyone, and they can make a decision. Which one of these is best? Which one of these is most biblical? Which one of these ought I to adopt? And that's what we hope to do here. I mean, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully SFLA, board members, staff members, Kristen Hawkins herself, hopefully you guys would watch this video, think about what we're saying, change your minds, and we can work together.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
it would be.
And we're not going to get there by, lying and misrepresenting one another. We're going to get there by plainly, clearly talking about where we have disagreement and then coming to find agreement, because we believe that that can be done. But SFLA apparently doesn't want us to even talk about our views in commentary, connection, comparison with their views.
Right.
So that is funny. We're definitely not doing it to gain traffic. That is very funny, Katie.
Well, we are doing it for, in a sense, political advantage. We want their political view to die, and we want
Yeah.
our political view to win. Because if our political view wins, that means abortion is abolished,
Right.
and you can't do it anymore.
But also, we're not defaming them, so we're not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Well,
defaming
they're saying
them.
we're doing this whether for political advantage.
Right,
Like,
right,
that's the
right.
only kind of stab at a motivation. That motivation would be fine. We're not doing it by lies, though, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
but-
Yeah. No, it's tell the truth about this, because the truth will set this thing free. And we are facing a situation where in, state after state where bills of abolition have been put forward, Students for Life of America has their bills being put forward. Where, like, say in one state, we're like saying abortion is murder, it should be criminalized as murder. And Students for Life is in that same state saying abortion pills are polluting the water supply and hurting the environment, and we have to protect the environment. That's the kind of truth that they don't want us telling people.
Right.
Yeah.
Hence the cease and desist letter,
Yeah.
which we should continue with. Thank you for staying and watching along as we do this. We hope you're enjoying it. Okay, so your actions create a narrative intended to harm Hawkins and, by extension, SFLA. No. You're telling me no. That's not their intent. The intent is to persuade you and change your mind. The intent is to engage you in the same exact ways and for the same exact reasons that I engage anyone on this channel. So your actions create a narrative intended to harm Hawkins and by extension SFLA as clearly stated in the law.
The law.
The law. Reputational harm caused ... Gotta wonder what's in that little ...
Probably by a falsity.
Yeah. That's the part that reputational harm caused can constitute the deprivation of a cognizable liberty interest. Well, thank you, Katie, for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Carson, pull up whatever that ... is. Pull it up. Editing Carson here. So we were kind of joking whenever we were saying, oh, I wonder what they could be hiding under that ellipsis. What could be there? It's so much worse than I could have imagined. So I went and I found the full quote that they reference with their footnote, and I'll read it to you. Although damage to reputation alone is not actionable, such reputational harm caused by the government can constitute the deprivation of cognizable liberty interest if a plaintiff was, quote, stigmatized in connection with the denial of a more tangible interest. Are we the government?
Multiple harms have resulted, including to Hawkins and SFLA's finances. So this is where they're concerned. Reputation and ability to conduct its business. So do want to mention this. Subsequent the meeting that Nathan and Rachel attended, other abolitionists have attempted to go to various other Kristen Hawkins Change My Mind events. Kristen Hawkins Change My Mind, except for if you're an abolitionist, then don't even bring your questions, events. Abolitionists have tried to go to those events and have been barred from even attending them. And these are abolitionists who are not associated, like working for us or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So here's one video where a couple of abolitionists are attempting to go to a Kristen Hawkins event, and they are being kept from attending that event at the door.
Are you guys abolitionists? I believe that we should treat murder of the unborn the same as murder of... I'm not going to let you guys in. I can see this.
Why?
It's a policy. I'm not going to let you guys in tonight. Sorry. What's you afraid of? I'm not going to let you guys in tonight.
Why?
I came an hour. I'm not going to let you guys in tonight.
But can't tell us why.
I'm not going to let you guys in. You're here to cause trouble. I'm not going to allow troublemakers cause trouble.
Well,
sir, I'm not.
That's a false assumption.
Troublemakers to my event. Come on, ladies.
They have created this narrative about what abolitionists are like to the point of actually harming not just us, but abolitionists across the country. Mm-hmm. They're depriving abolitionists from even being able to attend an event. I don't know what that abolitionist probably had an AHA symbol on or something.
Mm-hmm. I think I heard that he had an abortion and victim image on his Bible. And that's what they saw, like, oh, he has an abortion victim image. So he's like...
He must be an abolitionist. He's standing up for the... Yeah,
right.
Okay. So... Yeah, so...
And the way they did that, too, was extremely deceptive. They had those guys wait outside for like an hour or something like that, and they just kept like inviting other people in. They're like, oh, yeah, just hold on 1 second. So they just keep like stringing these guys along, like, are you going to let us into the event or not? Just wasting their time.
Yeah.
It's just, that is mean. That's malicious. That's just I'm going to waste your guys' time all night because they're jerks.
Because you're abolitionist, and we believe the things that we say about you that aren't true. So there is an actual sense where, again, projection is at work here. Because they do this, they accuse us of doing it. We've also experienced this recently in that we were going to the University of Pittsburgh, completely unrelated to the fact that SFLA was going to be at that same university on that same day. We just happened to be there in participation with Abolish Abortion Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And we were there for their event, and we thought, hey, we're here a day early. We'll go out to the University of Pittsburgh, engage some students, you can grab some signs, went out there to do what we do on a regular basis. In fact, if you've seen the video where I get splashed with red paint, that happened at the University of Pittsburgh on the same day that SFLA was set up with one of their sort of Change My Mind tabling events.
Yep.
What's hilarious is that when we showed up and saw them, we were like, oh, SFLA's here. And we kind of walked around a bit and said, where are we going to stand? Can't stand here because that's where they're standing. We didn't say anything to them. We didn't engage them at all. We kind of walked around a bit. I found a place, a little portion of concrete, posted up there, and began talking to students. But immediately when we got there, what's her name?
Lydia Taylor Davis.
Yes. If you say her full name, it's like offensive. Well, Lydia Taylor Davis was standing there on the microphone talking to a student and immediately began to say all sorts of things about these bad, bloodthirsty, mean people who want to prosecute women. Because she saw me there, I guess, or maybe they were just making a point to slander us.
No, she said, "Yeah, I see. There's some other people here that are anti-abortion, but we're different from them." Like she saw you and then she said it.
Yeah, and of course we recorded and have the whole thing. I did not engage her, heckle her, say anything to her whatsoever. But as I walked around, you had a couple of kind of Students for Life guys shadowing me and waiting for me to do some kind of nefarious thing. Like, murder the Students for Life person, because that's what SFLA says we're going to do.
Murder by questions.
Yeah, murder by posting videos of them talking, murdering their reputation.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they believe the defamation that they spread. They slander us by saying we're violent, and then they believe it. And then this guy shadowed me for a while until I was assaulted. And we didn't do anything. I think we were out there talking to Students for Life packed up their tent and left, and we were out there for another few hours.
Yeah.
But we didn't do anything to him. But this is what's really interesting.
Well, just real quick on that one. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that, in Australia, a month later, a pro-life advocate who's arguing with abolitionists down under took the opportunity to say recently in America at the University of Pittsburgh, Abolitionist Rising showed up to heckle Students for Life of America.
Yeah.
When Lydia from Students for Life recently was doing a campus tour at a university, she said that Russell Hunter from Abolitionist Rising was literally next to her heckling her.
When nothing like that happened. In fact, the opposite happened.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I posted the entire video on Facebook and X, and we'll put a link to that in the description of this video. Yep. But we just show our full, it's 15 minutes or so. It's our full morning there.
Yeah. If you want to see 15 minutes of me just walking around
it's
looking for
really
a place
boring.
To stand.
There's no heckling.
It's like,
we don't do any of that.
Wow. So if you believe that I was the kind of person that would do that because you've been told that that's the kind of person I am, well, you are a victim of gossip and slander. And, that's what they do. Yep. They do it so much that they think other people do it when we don't. All right. So is it your actions have? Yeah. So it starts out, your actions have caused harm and continue to cause harm. Well, if, to the glory of God, if it's a good thing.
Right.
It stigmatizes Hawkins and SFLA and prejudices its mission. Well, if your mission is, as your flyer says, to make sure that no woman would ever be punished for breaking a law to kill her children, well, then we need to do that. That's the work that we must do. It damages the reputation of the pro-life movement and causes unneeded strife and dissension in the movement at a crucial time. So they're trying to take this high road.
Yep.
But here's the real high road. We need all people, like SFLA is like, they're multi-million-dollar organization. They are massive compared to us. And if they would become abolitionists, that would do a great amount of work in the cause for justice. But this whole concern with the strife and the dissension that's going on is something that must occur until we figure this thing out.
Yep.
And so they conclude by saying, we demand that you cease spreading false information about SFLA to its donors and to the public. So this is like the third or fourth time where we see what this is really about: money. Right? Yeah. It's really about money. And they're going to say that's defamation. No, it's in your own freaking letter.
Yeah.
You're worried about this affecting your bottom line. You're worried about your pecuniary interest. You're worried about, the fact that this has done financial damage to your organization. Well, I can tell you, if you want to protect your organization, stop building it on lies.
Yeah. Well, just stop saying dumb things. Stop expressing terrible ideas that hurt the preborn.
It's like, we demand you cease and desist from spreading false information. It's like, okay.
Noted. We will never, ever spread false information. And if we say something false about you, all you have to do is send us a letter. We'll read it. Send us a letter.
Read it live.
Yeah. We'll read it live and say, hey, you know what? There was this one time that we said this thing about SFLA that was false. They laid it out for us on a letter, and we looked at it, and sure enough, they actually do believe that every preborn child should be afforded equal justice and protection under the law. Praise God.
Yeah.
So likewise, we demand you cease and desist from the unauthorized usage of SFLA's intellectual property, the content of which is expressed in your illegal recording. We record on public universities. And whenever we record people who know they're saying stupid things, you know what they always say? You're not allowed to record me.
You don't have my permission to film me.
Yeah, this is the same thing. This is the same thing of the girl with like the purple hair and the nose.
Yeah.
The feminist.
Even if it was a university policy or if it was just their wishes that we do this, then the thing that they would do then is trespass us. Not say your videos must be destroyed or something like that.
Which they did kick us out of that room, but like
and that's it. That's the legal consequence. You get kicked out of the room. Like okay, we'll leave.
Happened.
But you filmed being kicked out of the room, so I mean,
yeah.
That's your content.
Yeah,
you getting kicked out of SFLA's room for quoting the Bible.
That's right. That's exactly what happened.
And then me saying, "Hey, look, they're kicking Christians out of the room for quoting the Bible."
Yeah.
Or believing the Bible and applying it to the issue of abortion. So the thing is that's what they're really worried about. Us defaming their character by telling people what they actually believe and showing people how they actually work. Because it is very clear to us now that Kristen Hawkins and her team do a lot of work to mold the narrative. Like you go to their events and you ask a question, and this is even pro-aborts. Like the pro-aborts, pro-choicers, various people, you go to those events, you better be recording yourself. Because if it makes Kristen Hawkins look even the least bit bad, it ain't going up on their platform.
Yeah.
In fact, we never do that on ours because our guy, he never looks bad. I'm just kidding.
I literally just corrected you like in the last video that went up.
Yeah, shut up, Carson. Just edit that out.
Defamation. Hey, that's defamation, Carson.
That's defamation, Carson.
Not defame.
I'm just kidding. I'll have to go watch that. I'll have to check that out. I'm just kidding.
You get wrong that the Bible doesn't say suffer not a witch to live, and it does say that.
That's right.
Like, hey,
say that.
That's a really good thing in the Bible. It's like,
I know.
Where are the granddaughters of the witches we didn't burn? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, that's not in the Bible. See, that's what I thought that was, like some kind of phrase that's like good but not in the Bible.
Yeah. Well, that's a kind of a if you don't understand the reference, at the women's marches, they all have these like, "We are the granddaughters of the witches you didn't burn." Yeah. I think it'd be funny to have like a sign that says, "Where are the granddaughters of the witches we didn't burn?" And like a pile of
like some incendiary
Puritan hat, and you're like, "Where are they?"
Yeah. So here you go, SFLA. There's those bloodthirsty men that you were talking about.
It's just me.
It's just that one right there.
And it's only for witches, so you're good.
Yeah.
I think.
So please provide a response outlining your intentions within 7 days of receipt. We can be reached at, I don't know if we should put their information up.
It's all public.
Yeah.
There's not going to be anything.
So if you would like to reach Students for Life of America and let them know that you understand the difference between pro-life ideas and abolitionist ideas and that you side with the abolitionist for whatever reasons, feel free to email Students for Life of America and says, "Hey, I saw the cease and desist letter video, and I really appreciated those guys breaking down the differences between Abolitionist Rising and Students for Life of America. I have decided to cease and desist donating to your organization, and we'll be supporting Abolitionist Rising with a monthly contribution. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that, though we do appreciate everyone who supports us.
And we do want, although we are not organizationally affiliated with Students for Abolition in any way, well, he is, but we want, organization or groups like that to crop up and be better student groups and, take Students for Life's place, because we have so many students that will talk to us and they're like, yeah, I know Students for Life is really bad in all these ways, and they're feminists and all these things, but they're like the only anti-abortion organization. I really care about abortion, and it's like, yeah, we understand why you would do that, but
it's a massive problem on university campuses, and it's not us saying it. Like you say, oh, you're defaming us. No, this is 100% fact. Students approach me all the time, and they say that they want to get involved. And that there's like a Students for Life of America group, and I don't really know what they do, but they pass out cupcakes once a semester or something. Like I hear that a lot. Mm-hmm. I hear stuff from, particularly like Protestant evangelical Christian types that are like, I would join SFLA, but I never really feel at home there and stuff like that. So there is, a movement or, a movement within the movement, whatever you want to call it. There are abolitionists on college campuses who are establishing Students for Abolition groups, and anyone who wants to be involved at the college level in the abolitionist cause ought to either find a Students for Abolition group or start one themselves. Mm-hmm. The beautiful thing about that is that whenever you do that, the leader of your movement is Jesus Christ, and you submit to him and only him, and you establish your movement according to his word and his principles, and you run it, and you don't have to submit to the decrees of a Kristen Hawkins or the SFLA board. Mm-hmm. And all these students that we run into on these college campuses tell us that is a continuing problem. So yeah, we would say guilty as charged. Are you guys trying to get all the SFLA groups to become SFA groups?
Yeah.
Yes, because we believe that SFLA is wrong about how they are going about the work of fighting abortion, because they oppose justice according to their own documents. So that's about all we have to say about Students for Life and their cease and desist letter. We will continue to tell the truth about them and anyone else who gets in the way of the total and immediate abolition of human abortion.
Yeah. So we're going to continue and persist.
We shall continue and persist. Amen. Thank you for watching. And we'll be back to the regularly scheduled street activism videos tomorrow.
Something like that.
Get to work.
That's all, folks.
That's all.